Hi, I'm Josue and I'm the creator of Minibiota, which is the system that you see here. It is basically a closed ecosystem, and not just any closed ecosystem, it's like an actual, like real deal closed ecosystem that has weather inside and has many different habitats that are all interconnected. Now, I'm making this video to basically, I don't know, maybe some sort of a vlog, because I want to be able to make incredible videos that I put out for everybody, telling the interesting interactions that happen inside of these tanks. But man, that is just so time consuming at the moment. I just don't have that luxury. So the best thing that I can do is just make a quick video such as this one right here and just talk a little bit about what's been going on and where it's going, because where it's going, I think, is going to be really interesting. I'm just so excited to get this information out there. So as you see back here, I've been creating a way to basically influence the temperatures inside of the habitats. And that's been a really big challenge because basically I'm influencing the temperature from outside of the enclosure. And so what that means is that I have to cool liquid water with a little bit of glycol in it and pump that water to the back of the glass here of each of these glass habitats, and because it's a closed box that I'm pumping liquid to, there's a lot of pressure that and water levels and things like that that I have to work with, and it's been really challenging. I've overpressurized these systems like a lot of times, sprung all kinds of leaks, and what I'm trying to do is basically isolate the pressures that the different pumps are generating, and then also maintain separate water levels for all of these different reservoirs. So I've been working on that and I've had some success. So I'm really excited about the success. The challenges is just really all about isolating the pressure, which I feel that I have a good design to work with. So I'm going to be executing on that here in the next week. But for now, what I have been able to see is really cold temperatures pumped up to the glass and convection currents forming, condensation forming and collecting in the cloud. And that's really the magic that I'm after. So the fact that I've gotten to that point now is really encouraging. And I just can't wait to make sure that everything is gonna work flawlessly without pressure creeping up on the heat exchangers back there and causing a leak or something like that. So that's really what I've been focusing on and spending a lot of time trying to get right, and that has just taken precedent over telling the stories inside. I mean, the habitats have been running now for almost 2 months, and within that time there have been such incredible interactions, so many interesting developments. I mean, shrimps having I've had a couple shrimps that have had 2 sets of births, I guess, or not, laid eggs, and those eggs have hatched, and all kinds of different population booms and busts. And but overall things are really stable, and the fish that are there are doing really well. They have very full bellies at all times, and which is a great sign, of course. And the populations of amphipods that they're eating is established. It's not the prettiest sight right now with all of this green algae, but the point is to ensure that the amphipods and other types of plankton have a home so that they can survive the onslaught, if you will, of the fish and the I don't know, the crabs, and there's all kinds of organisms in there, and so far it's been working well. We're gonna see if the dynamics change over time, and that's what I'm really looking forward to seeing in the marine habitat. And then as far as the beach habitat and the coastal habitat, it's it's been great. There's seaweed that's not the most attractive looking thing to put in a tank, but the seaweed is providing a lot of habitat and a lot of food for the land amphipods that live there. And those land amphipods have been doing just this incredible job of consuming the seaweed and taking that underground where they're actually producing soil. So the sand, this beach sand, is actually turning into soil, and you could see that on the backside of the habitat. So there's just so many really cool things to show there. And then as far as the coastal habitat, there's just a lot of amphipods and isopods and spiders and beetles and a colony of ants, and they're all interacting in there. And it's just mostly they come out at nighttime, but it's been really awesome to basically just observe them and see what it is that they're doing in those habitats to survive, to live. And it's just been awesome. And there's also a lot of different types of plants that all sprung up from seeds that were captured out there in the original location. And I'm gonna make it part of the journey is to catalog every single species that is found in these habitats. And so I'm sure that a lot of these plants are going to grow way too big, but we're going to see what effect that has in an enclosure, right? So I've have a little bit of experience doing this before in one of the original prototype habitat. I had a plant that basically would naturally grow way bigger than the enclosure, and it lived in a very interesting way. Inside, it basically just kind of blocked out the light for all the other plants below, but they formed these kind of like domes of leaves around each light. So we'll see how it plays out in the coastal habitat. There's also a vine in there, and that vine has a very I guess it would have a very certain kind of competitive advantage that the bigger trees like the mangroves that are probably growing in there have. So it's going to be just great to find out. Again, my focus is going to be getting the full system up and running. That's what needs to happen first before anything else. And so that's what I'm really working towards. And hopefully producing short, quick videos like this one so that I can still connect with all of you out there that might be interested in this kind of project. Now, if you have any questions, any kind of curiosities of any kind, or comments, I encourage you to leave a comment, and that way we can have some kind of dialogue as far as what is happening here and where it's going to go. If you like this kind of content, I encourage you also to press a like and subscribe. I hope to see you again very soon. Thanks and goodbye.